hear about the whole controversy? Superman's son, John Kent, where he's going to be bisexual, so he has a boyfriend.
Wait, I didn't. Okay, I did hear about this, but I thought it was Clark. So it's John. It's
No,
Lois.
John Kent is Clark's
So
son.
they had a baby.
Lois.
So think of like Magic Johnson's son. You know that.
That's not bi. That's different.
Oh, you're right. That's all the way, huh? That's already over the fence.
What's his name? Power forward lady man is out here.
But
he's a good guy, though.
Needless to say, there's a big controversy, right? Because we grew up watching superheroes and such, and they're really trying to push this narrative. I guess this, But look, I'm all for it. Look, if you're gay, you're bi, that's your business. I respect it. But it's like now you're doing super. Like, why couldn't you create your own superhero?
Okay, so there's something about it.
That's a good point that I didn't think about.
What is this? What does this Superman look like? But I'm sorry.
Like we're used to like this Superman, right? See, like we're used to this. This is what we grew to love, and well, at least Sparkle loves it. But the point is, there's a lot going on there. But I feel like you're really pushing this narrative. We already dealt with the whole Chappelle thing and all the stuff back and forth, the controversy, and I just feel like we're doing too much.
Well, here's what I understand, and I am really like a huge proponent of keeping that same energy. We did talk a lot about being kids as black kids, right? Where's our representation? What I don't agree with is the narrative of now we're having to change people just for it, like SpongeBob coming out as gay, or like maybe we were younger, we thought that about SpongeBob, but it was never like. He
actually did it.
Yeah, they said the SpongeBob came off as gay. There was another.
I didn't know.
There's another cartoon character that has come out as bisexual, and I'm gonna look that up because I want to say it. But now so Superman's son. Like how much are we willing? How much are we going to change for everything? We've already changed our pronouns. I can no longer call you he, she. I gotta say they, and only when I'm talking about one person. I really like that joke that when Dave Chappelle said, he was like, man, they trying to kill you. He was like, one they or many they. Like, it was just funny because we're changing a lot of stuff. I get it. I understand representation, and if you needed it. It's just a lot. It's becoming a lot.
And I'm like I said, I'm all for there being gay superheroes and stuff like that. Bisexual. I mean, that's your bag, but don't change the ones we already have and we've grown up with. Like, create your own. Be the. Because
now you're taking from something, right?
I would be. Yeah, it's doing too much. It's too extra for me.
Yeah. So this kind of, I had this conversation with a really good friend of mine, and he's white. Like, he's one of my best friends.
Gotcha.
And I feel
we got white friends too.
Right. I got a friend that's white.
You gotta have at least one just for a tax write-off. You gotta make sure
that's not a tax write-off.
Claim it.
And so the thing that we were talking about is because his daughter, my goddaughter, we have a joke because there was this meme where this little white girl was like, I'm a proud black woman, right?
I seen that.
And so that's always been our joke with me and her mom, God rest her soul, about me turning her into a little black girl. So fast forward 8 years later.
Come on, little Rachel, Dolezal.
Right. So fast forward 8 years later, and she tells her dad that she wants to be black.
Uh-oh.
She goes to school.
He probably like, we know, honey.
Right?
We know. We all do.
The best school in Las Vegas, the best elementary school in Las Vegas, is in the middle of the states. If y'all are from Las Vegas, y'all know where that's at.
Right.
She goes there, and she's with me now. Her mom passed away.
May she rest in peace.
Last year. And so we spent a lot of time together. And so her circle is black, right? And so her dad was telling me that he's canceled they canceled Netflix, right? And I was like, for what? Like, you got my baby over here watching no TV?
Right.
But he said, I'm tired of her not being able to see her.
So Netflix, because Netflix did do like a campaign where they like black voices, black creators.
Yeah.
And so are you saying that white people are dealing with identity crisis because of lack of representation in the media?
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh,
and so it's so funny because I'm gonna say something very controversial.
Hold on, let me get a sip of this real quick.
Yeah, please. Have yours.
YouTube.
Have your way.
I'm pretty sure y'all gonna drag me again on YouTube, but it was fun. I had a good time. So here's what can be proposed. Here's a different train of thought with that. In creating, and we have this vibe going right now that exclusivity
It's a vibe.
is bad, right?
Okay.
Everybody should be included in everything. I personally don't believe that at all. I believe that there are certain things that are for you, that are your stories, that look like you, and there are certain things that look like me. I'm not a inclusivity person per se. I am an equal opportunity person per se, and so I want the same energy, the studios to put the same amount of money, the same backing, the same pay for black stories and black stuff that I want. I don't want my black people sprinkled in.
Yeah, but sometimes black people are Superman. I understand that they try to make it, but what I don't want to see is a black person in the medieval times.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
As one of the, first of all, we wouldn't in that area, as a diaspora, we didn't come up in that, and so now you just got this black dude talking, ooh, and then thee and thou, and how dare he represent the king, blah, blah, blah.
I'm like,
yeah, it's a little wild. It's a little wild. Yeah, right. Yeah. So
it's a little,
representation means something, but it also has to be historically. I don't want to live in fantasy. Hamilton was good. I saw it. It was a great thing. But I know George Washington wasn't black. Yeah. And I know he wasn't rolling over his grave. He saw this black dude rapping, saying his words, So I thought it was a funny thing, so.
Yeah. And so it's just a situation where I don't need my Superman to be bisexual to understand that bisexual people have a story, a journey that's uniquely theirs. Yeah. I'm with you 100%. Let's create your own story, because the whole backstory of Superman's son and everything like that, it doesn't fit sometimes. Yeah. Like that, you need a superhero that grew up in a normal family, who always felt different, who had these abilities, who struggled with coming out because of these abilities, and people are not gonna allow you to say, like, there's a lot of places you could go with giving a character like that their own story, as opposed to, because it almost feels like, here, I'm gonna give y'all this so y'all can get off my back.
Or did they take it? So I understand, like,
I'm sure they do, but
whoa,
the point. Here's the thing.
You can reach him at
I send all your mail.
Hey, but the thing is, like, let kids be kids. Like I said, I'm not bisexual. I'm not gay. I've never thought about it, so I don't know the struggles that
Superman
come
outfit
with
kind of
that.
tight. Well, I guess Superman's outfit was tight too.
When you're athletic and you have a lot of raw power and stuff, which Superman has, you can kind of get over.
It wasn't raw. It was actually the gravity of Earth that made him as strong as he was. On Krypton, he's a regular guy.
So go ahead and educate the people.
I just want to let you know.
So it wasn't
physics.
So it wasn't LVAC.
It was actually.
It was definitely. It wasn't LVAC. It was.
Okay, so it's different.
DC Comics all day up in here.
Nah, it was Marvel.
I just want to make sure I didn't know. Okay, I just want. Okay,
hold on. Can I make a point? I made this point the other day. You're a DC girl.
I'm a DC girl.
I think that we should consider Iron Man as a superhero. We consider him a regular person who is rich, and they say his superpower is money. But like, bruh created a whole element. Bruh created a whole entire, suit that just rebuilds itself, and something that could have kept and held the power of the Infinity Stones. He created time travel.
He did.
That's definitely superpower level, and I want to start a campaign.
I mean, Batman's a superhero. You got to give it to Iron Man too.
Batman is just a rich ninja. He ain't really did nothing that's like crazy.
I mean, he helps out Gotham right now. Not just
First of all, Alfred is the superhero because he the one that make sure the suits is right.
He had to deal with this rich brat. Like, I want to go fight crime. Oh my god.
Okay, let me get you a suit.
Right. But that was Leonard Fox or something like that was his tech guy. Alfred is the guy who took care of him, right?
Yeah.
He's like James Bond's Q, I think it is, right? So whatever. But I think, Iron Man is a superhero, and I don't think he should come out as bisexual. What if we felt like, how would we feel if they took one of our black superheroes that have been established and said later on in life they are bisexual. Like, so that's why I really lean towards what you're saying. Come up with your own. Just make something. We needed black representation.
I mean,
and
we only had
that time,
two superheroes. We got Static Shock, and then we had Meteor Man.
Nah, Meteor Man. Shout out to Meteor Man with all the little Cisco's in
the. We
the.
got two, right?
That was the
Cisco.
worst movie.
It was not. Meteor Man was fire.
Meteor Man was a classic.
You didn't like Meteor Man?
And you know what? When they threw the
because it wasn't Meteor Girl
Probably.
or Meteor.
Here we go.
You might be right.
They was gonna try to
It
do
just
it.
didn't
That
do
was
it
a
for me.
Shout out to Robert Townsend.
Yes, now that I will
Let's
shout out.
let's not forget about Blank Man.
Blank Man was fired. They don't get the credit they
you know
deserve.
what? I
Stop me
might
and
be
call me
confusing them.
Is that what it is?
Blank Man
With
is
Hit
the
the Man-
one
with Damon Wayans
okay,
played.
that's the
You
one
can
that
slap me and
sucked.
call me Susan.
Yeah, like
Remember when he got some?
I do remember that.
That's Blank.
That's the one I was thinking of. No, I do like Meteor Man.
Now,
Meteor
if you
Man.
turn him, I'll be like, all right, you can have that. Like,
no, you can't. No, you can't turn Blank Man.
well, look, if you're gonna do it, at least give us some, first,
First of all,
second
I
round
don't
draft
wanna see
picks, some cast
T'Challa.
considerations.
Don't want to see T'Challa. I want to see
Oh
Shuri.
yeah, Black Panther. That's another one.
I don't
Right.
want to see none of that.
Another one.
There's a lot of people like that. So,
So we're getting there. We got 5. So we're making progress in 20.
but we sounding
right?
once again. Let's keep that same minute. We sounding real segregational
You're right.
with this. Get your own
Okay.
and make your own and create your
All
own.
I'm saying
Because that's my issue with the Superman. It's not the fact that he's bisexual. I have no qualms with that. My issue is those stories mean something to people in different generations.
Right, and we're
Right.
taking
You're
them and
changing it
Yep.
Right.
for this generation, so why not just create?
Your
but
own.
is this generation as creative? I would say no, because look at TV, the remaking and bringing back shows that
trash.
All shows.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Bringing back shows from 10 years ago.
It's never as
We
good
need
as the
to.
original.
This generation doesn't really create like that.
Well,
to me,
they create on OnlyFans and Instagram,
I don't know. That
TikTok.
They ain't got nothing
Yeah.
to do
They
with.
confuse that. They
Yeah.
consider that creativity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but TikTok, those guys are kind of creative
So
and
some of them
reels.
TikTok
and,
is hours of entertainment.
But let's call it these.
You can
the
scroll
new
for
variations
reels.
is trash. It's all been trash. That's why. Same with music. That's why we're in our car. We're listening still to the '90s, New Jack Swing era. 80s,
That's so
90s.
funny. I was thinking that the other day that all of our music now is just remakes of the '90s. I think
And
Yeah.
it's not even as good.
some of it is
lazy.
some of it goes
Yeah.
because it's nostalgic, right? So we feel it like, oh, okay, good. But then I don't want to hear like okay, there's a movie. You guys remember Dewey Cox? It was
Yes.
Walk Hard. It's a
Uh-huh.
movie, Walk Hard. Judd Apatow made it. John C. Reilly played Dewey Cox, a guy who grew up in the 50s and 40s or whatever the case is and made music. And so now it's 2000 something in the movie, and now rappers are using their music to basically create hits. They're just sampling what happened, and we've been sampling for years. I get it, but it's getting a little weird. It's getting a little weird. Like the Twerkulator, stolen beat. Half a Megan Thee Stallion song, stolen tracks. We don't use our producers, or producers aren't musicians.
Well, I do
anymore.
rock with the Big Old Freak
That's
song.
true.
I'm not gonna lie. That
The
beat,
who?
The Big Old Freak. I can't.
What's the Big Old Freak song?
Oh, you don't want to know. I don't know.
All right, well, everybody got to pass. How do you guys feel about it? Let us know how you feel about it on social media, all
Shout
of our
out to
social
Megan.
media platforms. Please
wild.
follow us on everything. We really appreciate your feedback. Let us know what you think. Should Superman be bi, or should we just say bye? I don't know. I always try these like little.
Bye. And sing.
No, yeah, I didn't go there, but it's all right. It's fine if you want to. That's where you went.
But ain't no lie.
But yeah, so